Today I wanted to kind of start something a little bit new and different. I think what I'm going to do is actually do a series of these types of videos called Beauty Best Practices. And so this is the first one, and this one is going to be on tools of the trade. And what I will do is most likely just, start tagging people, start making these tag videos as well, because I'd really be interested in hearing other people's best practices. So tools of the trade, the one today that I'm going to talk about is not necessarily makeup tips, like how to do certain things of your makeup, but more like the tools that you use and how you use these tools. Like mirrors, brushes, combs, flat irons, storage type of things, mirrors, just how you use different things. So you'll get the gist once you see kind of like what I do here with my tools of the trade. So I just thought I'd share these with you, these best practices. So I hope you like them. The first one that I wanted to talk about is this little container here. I don't know what these are called, but a lot of nail technicians and nail salons use these. And I got this over at Sally Beauty Supply, where they sell all the nail stuff. And what I keep in here is brush cleaner for my makeup brushes. And it's really great because instead of using the spray bottle or pouring it into caps and that sort of thing, I put it in here. It has this great flip lid. And then what you do is you push down on it. And when you push down, the liquid goes up and into this little dish. So then what I do is I take my brush, dip it in there, and then do my cleaning. If I need more, I can pump some more, pull some up. And then it really does eliminate a lot of waste because I think brush cleaner is kind of pricey. So it just beats, having to spill things and measure things or whatever. So I just thought that was a great tip I thought I'd share. So that's my best practice with my brush cleaner. The second thing that I did is I bought this really cheap, totally cheap candle holder. It's a glass candle holder for like 88 cents. I got it at Walmart. And what I use this for is my foundation. I kind of use it like a petri dish, if you will. And then I'll just pump some of the foundation in there. And I got one that's got a big enough mouth to where I can fit my stippling brush in there and just kind of circle it around and, go to town. I can also mix it with, some like, I don't know, what do you call it? The luminizer liquid and stuff like that in there as well. And I like that because I don't like to use my hands for my foundation and that sort of thing. So this just makes it nice and easy. I know people use those flat silver things, and the name is escaping me of what those are. I don't really like that either because they're too flat and they can fall and flip over and things can fall into them. This way it's kind of got like a little bit of a lip. It doesn't spill, it doesn't come out. And then at the end of the night when I take my makeup off, I just take the makeup wipe and I clean it out. So very nice. What else? Oh, I actually don't use these types of tweezers anymore. I don't know if that'll focus, but this is just a standard regular pair of tweezers, and I actually use a much nicer pair now with a really, really pointed tip. The Tweezer Man. I really love these. But what I do with my old pair is I actually hold on to these. I save these and I use them for really weird little things like jewelry repair. You know how like maybe your earring falls apart or your necklace falls apart, the charm comes off because of that little circular thing that connects it and it kind of separates. I don't know what you call that. But these are really great for pushing that back together and without breaking it, because you don't want to use like a pair of like regular pliers or something like that. But I use these for other things, but for some reason like the other things are escaping my mind what I use these for. But it's a great little tool. Now don't use your regular tweezers to like fix your jewelry and stuff, because then you'll ruin them. Use an old pair that you don't tweeze with anymore. So great jewelry repair tool. So what else? Oh, this is a best practice that I love. And this is actually, I can't take credit for this one. I actually saw this from some users on YouTube, but I thought it was an awesome idea. And that's making a CD palette out of some old eyeshadows that you have. I had like these 4 or 5 compact eyeshadow palettes from Estee Lauder. They were really old and they were taking up a lot of space and they were just getting kind of beat up looking. And I did not want to throw them away because I thought the quality of those eyeshadows are really awesome. Estee Lauder makes really good eyeshadow. So what I did is I just, you know, you just take out, you remove the plastic piece inside your old CD cover. And then I just took some, like, I went to like the craft store and got scrapbook paper. And so I got this cool retro look in there. I don't know if you can see like the shapes. There's like pink and brown retro shapes. And I depotted all my Estee Lauder shadows and then put them in the case. Now none of these had names. I don't know why. They were all like gift sets or something, so none of them had names. Otherwise I would have had all the names listed here, but I thought this was an awesome idea, and it just took 5 palettes, put it all in one slender palette for myself, and then I just took my label maker and made Estee Lauder on there. So really cute idea. You should YouTube this. So some people got really creative. They did like circles and really fun kind of stuff. So, but I thought that was really, really cool. What else? Oh, this next one, these are like little marbles that you can get in the craft store or like in the floral section where they have flowers and stuff. They look like little marbles. They're like, these are like pink kind of iridescent beads. And I just bought like one small pack of these, and what I use these for is whenever I give myself a pedicure or I just want to soak my feet and they're really tired and they just, you know, I want a massage, but I'm single so I don't have anyone to give me a massage. What I'll do is I'll pour these at the bottom of the water pan, whatever you call that, the foot bath. And then what I'll do is, you know, after I put the hot water in there and, you know, any kind of like, you know, bath salts or whatever, I'll put my feet in there and then roll my feet around on the marbles, and it feels so good. It's actually a really nice treat. It's kind of like a nice massage. And you can actually even like put these, like put a folded towel on the ground, put these on there and just roll your feet on them dry, you know, just to massage your feet. So it's a nice little treat for your tootsies. The last thing, or my last tools of the trade best practice, is my 120 palette. And a lot of you are familiar with this. And one thing I did not like about the 120 palette is that the way that the palettes came out, you had to take each palette out, and I didn't really care for that. I like a palette to just open and close and use it. So what I did is, you'll see here, and I'll take the plastic out, is I super glued it to the inside of the case. So, ta-da, ta-da, and it closes perfectly. And I just like that because I was just afraid that I was gonna drop them and it was just gonna be a big mess. So, and I just took super glue and glued the back. I was really careful. I arranged it how I wanted to glue it in there first. And this type of super glue I used was like a gel type because I didn't want it to fast dry as I was like, you know, taking my time putting it in there. The other thing I did that I cannot take credit for, I mean, I had thought about doing this way before anybody else did, but I mean, obviously great minds think alike. A lot of other people had the same idea, and that's starting to label the 120 palettes. So what I did is went A, B, C, D, E, all the way down to L, and then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. So going forward, when I do some tutorials, I'll be able to name what color I'm using in my own palette. And later I'll put a picture up of my palette and how my palette is labeled so that you always know. And I'll always link it whenever I do another tutorial on the colors. So that's it. But I just like using a palette this way instead of having to take them out. Anyway, I'm totally rambling, you know, it just wouldn't be me if I didn't ramble a little. Those are my best practices for tools of the trade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tag some people and I'll put them in the sidebar and you'll see who I tagged. But feel free to, you know, also come up with your own, you know, just because I don't tag you personally doesn't mean you can't do a response video to this as well. And give me your best practices because I would love to hear them. And stay tuned. There'll be more best practices as a series coming. So thanks everyone. Take care.